Hello, self lovers. Welcome to another episode of Komal Speaks Self Love. And in this episode, we are going to speak about how to say no. I know if you are someone sensitive or in a journey of loving yourself, you must have experienced when you overdo things for others and you feel drained at the end of the day. And I've been there and I know what it feels like. It had been my identity for a very long time and it took me some time to get over this, and that's why I want to make this video so that you can also get through your habit of saying yes to everything in the fear of perceived as a bad person. First of all, let's become aware that we are people pleasers. We cannot say no to things when we want to, and we feel that choosing ourselves is selfishness. Let's identify the fact that we are like this and we fear being rejected by others because we didn't choose others over ourselves. And maybe you're from a family where self sacrifice is idealized and glorified. Let's acknowledge that we are this person and it's okay to be this. This was our survival strategy, but not anymore. You don't have to be in this place anymore because there is a better place. Knowing that practice of prioritizing others over everything is actually self betrayal. Like every time you say yes for others, given your time, your energy, or whatever, your money or your resource, you're betraying yourself. If you are giving it from a space of fullness for service, that's beautiful. But then if you are not feeling that secure within yourself and you're trying to pour into others, that's self betrayal. I want to introduce a term that is going to help you become this person. So the word is boundaries. Whenever you do an action to protect yourself from the drain that is going to happen by doing something for others, will be called boundaries. Boundaries are multiple, but then here what I'm speaking about is boundary with respect to saying no to others. Why is it best practices of self love to choose yourself first? When you choose yourself first, you can always pour from a fullness. For example, in college, I remember spending 5 hours with this person teaching him something. And then at the end of the day, I felt so drained. I felt like, why did I go way out of my way to teach this person? It was not even that valuable for him. And I felt like, okay, I compromised my time. What did I get out of it? But if I had said no to him, hey, I can teach you like for 2 hours, that's what I can do. And then I would have invested that 3 hours into myself, improving on something that I wanted to. I would have felt more fulfilled. That's what this is all about. I think that was one moment where I realized it was not that useful for me. And only if I told him that I'm choosing myself, is that okay? Or my thoughts back then were, it's my job to help everyone. Whoever comes my way, I'm going to save them. Or like do so much for them so that they feel that I'm a really good person. Like, is this kind of thing really important for me to be perceived as a good person? Even if I choose myself and give him just 2 hours, it would have been just fine. It's not that if I said no to him, it would mean that I'm a bad person after everything. Or I could politely even say, there's also a possibility to say, which I did not know earlier, that I could simply tell him, hey, I know this means something to you. That's why you're asking help from me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for considering me. But I really need to work on this project this week and I will not be able to help you out. I'm so sorry. Can you speak to Seema, who is good at this and she has time this week? Maybe she'll help you out. Or let me ask her for you. It's not that difficult. We get scared about saying no in the first place because we feel that what are they going to do if I say no to them? No, there are hundreds of people who will help them out later. So you need not be a savior in order to be useful. You're worthy of love. When you start seeing yourself as a person who deserves love, tell me, if it was a loved one, would you like them to spend time on something that they are not fully willing to? Just ask yourself this question. Your best friend, somebody is asking them help, and this help they do not want to really do. They're doing it out of obligation. Would you really encourage them to do that? You would like them to prioritize themselves and stick to their routine, or whatever they want to do, or if they want to help them in some other way. Think of yourself as a loved one whenever you want to say no to something, or you're not fully a yes to something. That we all believe that, okay, if I say no to someone, they will feel bad. No, they will not feel bad if you say it politely. If somebody is saying no to me in a very gentle, calming, caring way, I don't care. I still perceive them as a good person. And this is the reality of it all. If you believe it or not, no, your identity will not change into a bad person if you say no. It's in the way how you say it. Hey, I'm sorry. I cannot do it. Is that okay? Can I do it next time? I really care about you. Next time I'll do it for sure. Like, you're saying no, but you're also showing that you care about the other person. Or you are also offering help that, okay, some other person will help you out. Not me, but some other person. So this empowers yourself. This empowers others as well. I learned it the really hard way. I spent an year unbecoming a people pleaser. So I'm making this video so that something in you wakes up and says that, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to people please so much. I want to protect myself and also help others. There is a possibility. And I know when you're hurt, it's really hard to think through all of these things and be like, oh, I'm going to take a very conscious decision. If you think of changing this identity, a lot of changes can happen. That you're not a bad person if you say no. You're a good person even if you say no. Just think of your journey as from becoming a nice person to a honest person. All this comes from conditioning that, hey, I can't say no because it's my job to say yes. But who said that? You can always question why you were taught a certain thing and why it's not working out for you right now, and come to a conclusion that, hey, I'm going to change. I'm not a nice person anymore. I'm a more authentic person and a caring person as well. But over pleasing is not really my strategy at this point. There are my steps to unbecoming a people pleaser. First thing, become aware. Become aware that you are people pleasing. You say yes because you're afraid of being perceived as a bad person. Let's admit it. And next thing is, you need to decide to change this identity from becoming a nice person to a honest person who is also caring. The third point is to learn to say no gently and politely. Okay, I know it seems impossible and you feel scared to death to say no to anyone at this point, right? Just practice saying no to small things in life. Your friend asks, pick them up. You say no, hey, this time I will not be able to do that, or something like that. Or somebody asked you to lend them a book, hey, and not that you don't want to give this book, just for practicing, just to prove to yourself that you're not a bad person if you don't want to give it because you're possessive about the book. So this book means a lot to me. I have emotional attachment towards it. Like, give them a reason, right, why you want to not lend it, and then say that, hey, I care about you, but then I cannot do it because I want to self-protect. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person, and I care about you too. Let me send you a link that helps you get this book, or something like that, right? So there is always a polite, beautiful way of saying no to someone. Number 4 is a 4-step process which my mentor taught me, is Rajesh Sethi. He says, first you have to learn to say no. Second, you have to learn to say that, no, I cannot do it because I'm not good at it. What is the reason? Third is, you say that, my friend Suman is really good at it. Should go to, if you ever need this type of help, whatever you're good at, you can come to me. I'd be happy to help you. No matter whatever question that comes to you, we don't know in the first place if we want to do this or not, right? So the best thing to do is act like this happened to a best friend or a loved one, right? Like for my mom, let's say, if my mom received a request like this, would I like them to receive it? If my best friend was going through something like this, would I ask them to go and help this peer person or say no to them? What would I really want for them? Because the whole intention is to become someone who stands up for themselves and does things for themselves first, because that's what self love is all about. Self love is about prioritizing yourself first and then giving from a space of fullness, wholeness, and not from a space of scarcity and harming our own selves and feeling drained, because that is self betrayal, right? So I hope that you enjoyed this video and you will learn to say no to people, practice it day by day, and then become better at it. Remember, it's an identity, it will take some time to shift. Give it some time, like 6 months or so, and I am waiting for you to come back to me and tell me that you are not a people pleaser anymore. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and tell me in the comments what you liked about this or add some value to our audience. Subscribe to my channel to find more videos like this. See you in the next one.